Hey guys, in this video I will be taking a look at Xubuntu 11.4. I have never looked at this version of Ubuntu before. Anyhow, I'm running it inside of VirtualBox. I'm running it off of the ISO file obviously, and I have selected to install it straight away rather than to to run it off the live ISO. So I'm going to show you how the installation process works. So on the first screen you select your language, which is obviously English if you're watching this video, most likely. Okay, forward. This virtual machine has 2 gig of RAM. I gave it an 8 gig hard drive, though I haven't modified the 3D, like memory or 3D settings, so 3D acceleration isn't enabled and it doesn't have that much video memory at all. However, I don't think it really needs 3D acceleration since it's a light sort of interface. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to worry about updating it or installing the third-party software. Though I would always recommend when you install it to install the third-party software for MP3, and you can obviously just download the rest of the updates later. So forward. So I obviously have enough disk space, it's plugged into a power supply, etc. Since this is a VirtualBox machine, I'm going to select erase disk and install Xubuntu. However, if you're double booting, then you obviously have to be careful on this screen. And yep, it's using my 8.6 gigabyte VirtualBox hard drive. Install now. I'm not familiar with this installation process, though I imagine that it won't take long. I imagine that it would be a bit faster than Ubuntu too, due to the actual interface. Ubuntu obviously has Unity, and what does this have? LXDE, I believe. Yeah, I believe it has LXDE. Sorry, I meant Xfce. Yep, it has Xfce. My mistake. My time zone is Brisbane, so forward. It's pretty similar to the Ubuntu installer. Well, it's probably identical actually. Since it is more or less based off of Ubuntu. You can never go wrong with USA if you're in an English speaking country, really. So forward. And as with all Ubuntu, as with all of the Ubuntu, distributions, it starts copying files and installing the OS as you enter in the information, which I think is a good idea. I don't know why Microsoft doesn't do it, or they do it a bit, though not as much. In Windows 7, you enter all of the configuration before and after. However, I think you should enter in some of the configuration during the actual installation rather than after the installation. So I'll just put my name there, Mark VirtualBox. I will create a password. I will just set it to login automatically since it's a virtual machine. And you get the you get the sort of sideshow whilst it is installing. So Ubuntu plus Xfce equals Xubuntu. You have chosen to install the latest version of Xubuntu 11.4. This exciting piece of software is brought to you free of any fees for your use and any others you want to share it with. Since you are installing this software using the Xubuntu desktop CD, feel free to examine things as it installs after installation. The desktop will look much the same as it does now. Okay, I obviously didn't run it off the live CD. I just chose to install it straight away from the boot menu. Okay, your web experience. Firefox and Thunderbird are everything you need from web applications. They offer you the web the way you like it, high performance, easy customization and advanced security. And it basically tells you where to find everything. That must be the menu there. So that must be the menu, then obviously the internet category, and they are both in there, Firefox and Thunderbird. I've never really warmed up to Thunderbird personally. Okay, instant messaging. Xubuntu is shipping Pigeon as the default instant messaging client. Yeah, Pigeon's alright, I don't mind that one. You can connect to various protocols such as AIM, ICQ, IRC, MSN, and XMPP, Google Talk. You can also use the Facebook chat and update your Twitter account via third-party plugins. And that's also obviously in the internet category. Enjoy your media. Whether your collection is small or large, Stream Music Browser, the default media player in Xubuntu, can handle it. I have never used Stream Music Browser before, though I will be sure to take a look at that. In Xubuntu, Stream Music Browser comes with the good looking and easy to use shimmer theme. Yeah, it looks pretty nice, pretty simplistic. I imagine that it gets the artwork automatically, and this is probably from a Wikipedia page or some sort of review website. Though yeah, Dream Music Browser is in multimedia. Lighter alternatives. ABI Word is a word processor which can read almost all known document formats. Numeric is a spreadsheet program with an emphasis on accuracy. While ABI Word and Numeric are lightweight, they provide almost all of the functions of the LibreOffice suite. So it's obviously under Office, ABI Word, and Numeric. I've never really used these before, to be honest. I've only really used OpenOffice and LibreOffice. Though my understanding is that they are more simplistic versions or more lightweight versions, obviously, since this is more or less a lightweight distribution, which is commonly used on older computers, to bring new life back into them. Okay, the Xubuntu desktop. Okay, so the application menu gives you complete access to all your applications. 2. The launcher panel gives you quick access to your most important applications. It is set to auto hide by default to preserve screen estate. As I said before, I haven't used Xubuntu before, so I'm not sure whether or not this is new or not in this version, because obviously Unity is pretty new to Ubuntu, or by default I mean. And number 3, running applications are shown in the top panel. So what's it doing now? I think we can skip this. It's probably downloading files, etc. You have to keep an eye on it. It never asks you, it just does it, even if you don't select the checkbox at the beginning. Know your desktop. For easy installation of new software, use the Ubuntu Software Center. If you need help, go to Help in the Applications menu or see Help and Support on our website. Xfce is the desktop environment in Xubuntu. Read more about Xfce on the Xfce website. Okay, that's obviously okay, Software Center and Help, they must be at the root of the menu. And thank you. I don't really care about the language packs. It's just a waste of bandwidth since I'm running it in a virtual machine. Should keep an eye on that. Though yeah, I think they shouldn't. At the beginning, I didn't check the boxes to download updates, etc. So I don't think they should access the internet without asking you, because if you leave the computer, it will take a lot longer to install, and it will obviously use your bandwidth. So thanks for taking the time with us. We would love to hear about your experiences with Xubuntu. You can share them on the Xubuntu users mailing list. Join our IRC channel, #Xubuntu for online support by clicking here. Finally, find different ways to contribute to Xubuntu on the Get Involved section of our website. We need your help. Yeah, it's always good to get involved. Like if you think that there is a flaw in a product, or if you think that it can be better, it's always good to voice your opinion, because there is a chance that it might be fixed. You can't expect other people to voice the same opinion. And sometimes well, it depends on the actual community of the distribution. Though I have found with Linux, some communities are more open than others. Like some of the distribution forums. Some of them, you just won't get listened to, though. Yeah, it's always good to voice your opinion, help improve a product. That's the good thing about Linux. I'm just going to pause the video here, and I'm going to continue recording after some progress has been made. Okay, 5 minutes later. I probably should have stopped at downloading packages sooner, because it had to, when I clicked skip, it had to sort of remove the changes made and restore the previous files, which is a real pain in the ass. So now we obviously have to restart, and I should probably get rid of the disk image so it will actually boot into the machine. Yep. And it's just restarting the VirtualBox. Okay, now as you can see, the Xubuntu logo has come up. Since it's a lightweight desktop environment, I would expect the boot time to be a little bit faster. Though, so far, not so good. Yep, it's booting in now. And we seem to be up and running and ready to go. Okay, so software updates available. There is one update available. I'm not going to worry about that. So what should I take a look at first? We have the home folder, file system and trash on the desktop by default. This is the menu at the top here. Let's see, web browser. I believe it said they used Firefox in the installer. So let's check it out. See what version it is. You would expect it to be Firefox 4. Firefox is not currently set as your default browser. Would you like to make it your default browser? I'm going to click no, because I want to find out what the default browser actually is. Yeah, you can go away. Okay, so help about Firefox, and yep, it's Firefox 4. I like the theme by default. I quite like the theme. And obviously mail reader is going to be Thunderbird. Settings, let's check out the settings manager. I quite like this. It's pretty neat, well organized. What should we take a look at? Let's take a look at appearance. Customize the look of your desktop. Oh, you just click it from a list. You don't actually get a preview thumbnail. I need to remember the default one's Greybird. Some of these are okay. I imagine that you can download, or you can obviously download themes from the internet, or you can probably make your own. Albatross. Clear looks. I remember clear looks. Though I'm just going to keep it on Greybird since it's the default. I will close that. Let's go back into settings quickly. So what do we have? We have accessibility, appearance, calendar, desktop display, file manager, keyboard, mouse, notifications, which was the one that came up before, panel, power management, preferred applications, removable drives and media, screensaver, session and startup, window manager, Windows manager tweaks, and workspaces. Let's take a quick look at preferred applications. So for web browser, Mozilla Firefox. The default one must have been Debian Sensible Browser. And mail reader, Mozilla Thunderbird. It looks to be the only one installed on here anyhow. Utilities, file manager is Duna. I've never heard of that before. And terminal emulator, Xfce terminal. I'm not going to go around changing all of those settings. Input method switcher. What's this for the keyboard? Yeah, set keyboard input method. Graphical settings editor. Yeah, not going to worry about that. Okay, accessories. Run and program application finder. What's application finder? Alright, this is pretty good. Well, obviously Firefox, or if I go to internet, you know, that you can obviously use the categories in the menu too. That's still pretty nice. A nifty little feature. Where was I? Calculator. Catfish, file search, character map, file manager, mousepad notes, or Orange Global Time, or Orange Global Time. Sorry, blonde moment. Screenshot, terminal emulator, Xfce burn. So let's take a quick look at the file manager. What was it, Durban or whatever it was called? So yeah, you know, it looks pretty nice. Yeah, I quite like how it looks overall. Can't complain. And let's see the screenshot application. Yeah, I quite like these screenshot sort of applications they have in the different Linux distributions. Not the most advanced one I've seen though. The default games are Solitaire, Mahjong, Mines, Quadrapassel, and Sudoku. Graphics, we obviously have GIMP, Ristresso Photo Viewer and Simple Scan. Internet, you know, Firefox, Pigeon, Remote Desktop Viewer, Thunderbird, Transmission, Xchat. You know, these are all pretty standard in a lot of Linux distributions. Multimedia, G Music Browser. This is one I want to check out. So yeah, if you have a netbook or an older PC, then you know this would probably be good. I'm sure you could, do all of your everyday tasks. Library empty. I wish they included a couple of royalty free music tracks, so you could test it out a bit more. So it looks pretty nice. Yeah, I wish I had a song. So yeah, not gonna worry about that. Let's go back to the applications menu. Where was I? Okay, the sound mixer, parole, media player. What's this? Oh yeah, it's probably, it's just a simple media player, like it's the equivalent of Windows Media Player. Everything in the folder is probably listed on the side there and you can scroll through, etc. Office, AVI, Word, Dictionary, Numeric, Orange Calendar, Orange Global Time. So let's take a look at ABI Word. A lot of these things all look the same, really. Yeah, it will get the job done. Offer system, additional drivers, Gigolo. What's that? A simple front end to easily connect to remote file systems. That's a bit of a quirky name. Language support, login screen, printing, startup disk creator. Synaptic package manager, task manager, time and date, update manager, users and groups. Let's just take a quick look at a few of these. Let's see the task manager. It's using 7% of the 2 gig memory. I believe it has access to 1 core on my computer. So yeah, it's not too bad. So yeah, that's the task manager. Update manager. We got a notification before saying there was one update. Okay, there's a couple of updates here. From Firefox. Yeah, it's really Firefox, and the recommended update here was also in Ubuntu in the video I made the other day. What's this? Let's quickly take a look at the top bar. I didn't cover this. I believe this would processors, CPU, memory swap. Is this a link to Task Manager? Yeah, it is. Or actually, it's probably just appeared there because I opened it. I didn't pay much attention to this. The updates, I'm not sure if that was there or not before I opened it. The volume control, I'm not sure if once GMusic browser is open whether or not there are actual music controls. Let's take a look. No, it's not like Ubuntu. There's not like a previous next or play button for the music. So we have Pigeon, Internet Messenger there. That's obviously for the network card. Are we Saturday? Okay, yeah. So there's obviously the date and time. I don't like how it opens up a new window. The desktop switcher, it's got 2 there by default. I imagine you can change it. And you can lock the screen, suspend, hibernate, reboot, shut down, or log out. Let's see, have I covered everything? And let's just quickly look at users and groups. Is it going to ask for a password? Not sure. I've only got one user. Yeah, can't type custom password asked on login. Yeah, I won't bore you and show you all of that. Ubuntu Software Center, this should be exactly the same as in, Ubuntu 11.4. Let's just double check. I believe, they should all have the same repositories. It looks the same. If I were... Yeah, it looks the same to me. And also, one of the differences, obviously, with the different interfaces is, the icon, the close, maximize, and minimize buttons are still on the right in Xubuntu opposed to the left in Ubuntu. Help about Xfce. I think this might be the first time I've used Xfce, or I might have used it a very long time ago. It's just never really appealed to me though. I can see how it can be useful for older computers. It looks to be pretty lightweight. Version 4.8.0 distributed by Xubuntu. The credits, copyright, etc. I'm not sure if there is anything else I can really show you. That's pretty much it. The desktop, you can open a new window, so it just opens the desktop folder. You can obviously create launchers, URL link, folder, create from template, open terminal here, find in this folder, desktop settings, properties, and applications. So you can even open the menu by right clicking. So desktop settings. This is just the wallpapers and all of that. So yeah, that's all pretty straightforward really. Not sure if there's anything else I can show you. What's properties? This must just be for the actual folder desktop. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me and I can try and help you out. Thanks for watching.